Welcome to part 2 of my Avengers recap leading up to the release of the Avengers, which is right around the corner, and I am ecstatic. I'm so excited for it. In part 1, I talked about Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. If you want to check it out, you can click the link down in the info to go see what I thought of those. But now in part 2, we're going to talk about 2010's Iron Man 2 and 2011's Thor and Captain America. So let's start off with Iron Man 2. Definitely did not like it that much compared to Iron Man especially, but overall, it was okay. I do think it was lacking big time, possibly because it was made very differently than the first one in the sense that I think it was much more structured. There was a full script, whereas in the first one, it was a little bit less structured. It was more ad-libbed, a lot of it, so I think that's Mickey Rourke's doing for the most part, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that. However, it was exciting because it did continue the Avengers sort of setup, but this is where the problem started to come in, where it felt like a commercial for the Avengers, a 2-hour-long commercial, and that went into Thor and Captain America, which I will get to in just a minute. But Iron Man 2, it had just had too much Avengers in it, to the point where it really felt more like a commercial than an actual Iron Man movie, and that was very weird. Still had the fun of Iron Man, but it definitely felt lacking compared to the first one. Moving on to Thor. I wasn't as excited for Thor because I wasn't really sure what it was all about. I'm not into, god mythology and stuff like that, and I just really didn't know what to expect. And unfortunately, for the most part, I thought Thor was kind of a silly, goofy, fish out of water thing, and it felt very bizarre. I actually really preferred all the Asgard stuff way more than I liked anything that was on Earth, because I felt like it was really corny and silly. And, I mean, there were some funny parts, of course, but, for example, Kat Dennings' character, oh my god, she just about killed the whole Avengers, everything. She was really, really bad, and it almost ruined the whole movie for me. But this continued the concept of sort of a commercial for the Avengers. This one also felt a little bit lacking, and it felt like it was really just setting up the Avengers. That also went into Captain America. Now, Captain America, don't really know as much about him either, but I have to say that while it's not my favorite, I would definitely say it's at the top of my list of, the Avengers lead-in movies, whatever, the setups. And I thought it was very classy. I thought it was interesting that it was set in the past. It was sort of like a period piece Marvel film. Very interesting, very entertaining, and I really did enjoy it overall. But, once again, it still had that same problem that these three movies had, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America. It felt like a commercial. Now, of course, the fact that the Avengers is finally here makes it all okay because, even if they are commercials, we have the full feature coming up, so I'm alright with it. Looking back, I did enjoy them. I would say definitely out of this list, Captain America, Iron Man 2, and Thor. That's my list overall from this part. But now, part 1 and part 2, I would say Iron Man, Captain America, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Incredible Hulk. So, there you go. That's my full list, and once again, you can check out part 1 by clicking the link down in the info. Definitely check it out if you didn't. Let me know in the comments what you think of all these movies. Let me know if you're excited for the Avengers, but of course, it's obvious. I know that you are. Thank you very much for watching part 1 and part 2, and that's pretty much it.